The war in Ukraine keeps evolving. Now it's not only about tanks and artillery, it's about who controls the sky. In late October 2025, Ukraine and Sweden signed a landmark Memorandum of Understanding for the potential purchase of up to 150 Saab JAS-39 Gripen fighter jets. For Ukraine, this is more than a weapons deal. It's a declaration, a shift from survival to strategic transformation. The agreement was announced by President Volodymyr Zelensky and Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson in Stockholm. Sweden, which joined NATO in 2024, became the first alliance member to offer such a large-scale transfer of advanced combat aircraft to Ukraine. According to CNN International and Defense News, the deal includes pilot training, logistical assistance, and a long-term technology transfer framework. Together, these elements mark the beginning of a new era, an air force built on Western standards and doctrine. To understand the magnitude of this step, we need to look at the aircraft itself. The Gripen is a modern multi-role fighter designed by Saab AB, a Swedish company known for its philosophy of efficiency, flexibility, and independence. It's a single-engine aircraft with a delta wing and canard configuration, equipped with an AESA radar, advanced electronic warfare systems, and a sophisticated data link network. What makes it special is its ability to operate from almost anywhere, even from regular highways. All it needs is a runway of 800 meters, and a small ground crew can refuel and rearm it in just 10 minutes. This idea comes from Sweden's Cold War defense strategy, to survive even after losing major air bases. Today, that same concept fits perfectly with Ukraine's reality. As Russian missiles and drones continue to strike its infrastructure, the ability to disperse and redeploy aircraft quickly could be the difference between life and destruction. Unlike heavy jets such as the F-16 or F-35, the Gripen was built to adapt, hide, and fight from the shadows. For military analysts, the decision carries weight far beyond logistics. Sweden isn't only helping Ukraine, it's also strengthening its own position on the global defense stage. As Jane's Defense Weekly observed, this move combines diplomacy with smart industrial strategy. By providing Gripens to Ukraine, Sweden is showcasing its technology and demonstrating leadership as a new NATO member. Still, the road ahead is complex. Training Ukrainian pilots will take at least a year, possibly more. They'll need to master advanced avionics, Western communication systems, and the full range of NATO air tactics. Logistics will be another challenge. Spare parts, maintenance, and integration with Ukraine's existing defense network. But cost efficiency remains Gripen's biggest advantage. Compared to the F-16, the Gripen's operational cost is about 1/3 per flight hour. In a prolonged conflict, that difference could decide how long Ukraine's Air Force can stay airborne. Beyond the technical aspects, there's also a powerful financial and political dimension. According to The Guardian, part of the funding for this program will come from frozen Russian assets held in European banks. Those funds will be redirected to support Ukraine's defense, a move that's as symbolic as it is strategic. Moscow reacted sharply, calling it a direct NATO provocation, warning that any Gripen flying over Ukraine would become a legitimate target. But Kyiv seems undeterred. For Ukraine, every new aircraft means another step towards survival and sovereignty. President Zelensky has repeated one clear message: the sky over Ukraine must belong to Ukraine. And to make that happen, the country needs aircraft that are fast, flexible, and easy to maintain. Qualities that define the Gripen. From Sweden's perspective, this is more than an arms deal. It's a statement of identity. After decades of neutrality, Stockholm is proving it can play a central role in European defense. For Saab, the Gripen deal is both an opportunity and a test. Production is currently limited to about 30 units per year. To meet Ukraine's demand, Saab will need to expand capacity, involving suppliers from the UK, Canada, and other European partners. If successful, the Gripen could become the go-to fighter jet for smaller nations seeking affordable, modern air power. Its versatility and low cost make it an attractive alternative to the high-priced American or European jets dominating the markets. But if the program fails or faces delays, it could damage Sweden's credibility as both a defense partner and a new NATO member. From Russia's point of view, this deal changes the battlefield equation. The Gripen can carry Meteor air-to-air missiles with a range exceeding 100 kilometers, allowing it to strike before being detected. Combined with its AESA radar and adaptive jamming systems, the jet was designed to counter Russian platforms like the Su-35 and the MiG-31. If delivered in sufficient numbers, these aircraft could significantly reduce Russian aerial advantage and reshape the fight for the skies. But time remains Ukraine's greatest enemy. According to the War Zone, the first Gripens might not arrive until late 2026, after pilot training and certification are complete. Until then, Ukraine must continue relying on its aging fleet of Soviet-era MiG-29s and Su-27s to defend its airspace. The path to a modern air force is long, but at least now there is a clear direction. For Sweden, this agreement marks the end of a century-long silence. A nation once defined by neutrality has stepped into the heart of European defense system. It's not just selling aircraft, it's shaping the future of security on the continent. And for Ukraine, the Gripen is more than a machine of war. It's a symbol of resilience, a message that even after years of bombardment and loss, the country refuses to surrender its sky. In every jet that takes off, there's more than fuel and weaponry. There's ambition, defiance, and hope. In modern warfare, victory is no longer about who hides the deepest, but about who sees first.